afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, a host Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda, Hero Psych, Defender of the Fatherland. Off here to an exciting 2 versus 2 on Elst Outskirts. The setting is in 1944. An attempt to break through into Germany is made by the Allies with forces formed from the 6th Armoured Division and the 7th Armoured to break through here in this small wooded area. In the south, we got the German army trying to halt this attempt with AceofT and insane DownPT opposing El Capitanos and Guards there forming up the Kampfgruppe Müller, formed up of elements from the 21st Panzer Division, the 15th Panzergunner Division, and a few other scattered nearby elements. We got rifle, airborne, and infantry with commando, vanguard, and mobile assault. Lots of commandos there, by the way. Versus Spec Ops, elite armored, hello, breakthrough, lightning war, elite troops, and Jägerarmer. Lots of elite for the Germans, and quite a few G43s as well, a few stormtroopers. We got bulletins for Capitano, tank, firefly, and grenade for Guard. All infantry faced with titanium, and all infantry, one of those being Panzergunners, of course, at least obtain one Sturm Pioneer build bulletin. And we've got the Sturm Pioneers rising ahead, swiftly laying down barbed wire to lock off that door. Jürgen, yeah, couldn't we just lock the door? I mean, I'm sure we could find the key, or just add one of our own. I mean, we are pioneers. Nein, we wire off the door. Even if it is a waste of Wehrmacht material. And before to reservations here, we got a bit of spread out here for insane DownPT, moving up for the east side here. Grenadiers banking up, grabbing the western fuel point here. Note that AceofT moves in to sort of swiftly lock off the air close to the fuel point rather than just trying to immediately secure it. You can that way make it harder for Guard to actually form up here, because you can sort of hold this area. It's sort of, defensible, and it's sort of one of the reasons why I'm not a huge fan of Elst Outskirts. Center very much, and it's about just rushing houses. It tends to be a bit boring that way, for me at least. Plus, it has this tendency of just feeling like a series of choke points. So, personally, not a big fan of the map. I prefer more, larger, more interesting maps like wild farmlands and such. Sandbags up here though. Sturm Pioneers popping in. We got section out, and then there's the Sturm Pioneers, the Sturmgewehrs laying down accurate Sturmgewehr fire against the infantry section here. Down here we got the forces moving up there. We got a universal carry out here for Guard2707 to back up his men. Of course, this bit has also been wired off. Up here we got the German flanks, so move ahead there, Grenadiers with ND42 support, dealing there with El Capitano's men, and El Capitano's men are ill prepared for the amount of firepower that are being unleashed on them by insane DownPT's Grenadiers and ND42 here in the west section there, sandbagging off the other door, meaning no one can get into that house, except him apparently, because he didn't sandbag it properly, I guess. But still, sort of just highlights just the way houses sort of work weirdly in the game. And honestly, it's one of the things I'd hoped when they began, making companies too, that just, do something more with the houses. Instead, it ended up being snow and blizzards. Yeah. Anyways, follows the universal carry there. We got folks pulling back behind here. Grenadiers up here, there's the section of rifle there, blasting away more Grenadiers around there for insane DownPT machine gun grabbing there. Do we have tech up for? Yes, we have for AceofT and for Guard at least. I imagine El Capitano is pushing there for the Lieutenant. Yes, indeed. And we got for insane DownPT. So most players here, roughly around the 3 to 4 minute mark, are taking up more or less synchronously, or just synchronicity. They're not really part of my usual vocabulary there. Probably should work on that. Anyways, Fult's going to be moving back. Their section pushed back. We got the Grenadiers versus the Riflemen. And we got the M42 versus the Rifleman there as well. Bit of extended here. DownPT needs to be careful, doesn't push too far and leave himself deeply exposed. Doesn't quite have panzer fast yet, so he doesn't know a way of dealing with the Wasp. A good choice there, of course, from Guard. Can deny cover and, of course, buildings. And it's just really nasty in general. Rifleman versus Grenadiers here. We got the MD42 continue just cover off here. Mechanized here for AceofT. Most likely will mean a Lux, maybe a Puma, which could indicate maybe his Spec Ops. Long term, though, of course, with a Puma, there's also a possibility of using heat rounds with the armoured to sort of back that up. Though it would be a bit of a rare sight, though I have seen some players used to do it. It's not exactly in vogue at the moment. Sturm Pioneers up against a section there, which kind of, is it stuck in there? Did he somehow manage to get in, and then with the sandbags he can't get out? Duffy, you idiot! I told you not to close the door, you bastard. I mean, that'd be amusing there if he's actually managed to stack his unit there. Of course, he can just use the wasp there. I think, no, he can't actually. The wasp can't break the reinforced steel barricade, but it does look like they're stuck. God damn it, Duffy. Lieutenant standing about there. Vessel moving about. Climbing up. MD-34 on the way, their face of titanium. Fuel has been cut off by a good maneuver there by Insane DownPT, of course. Rifleman and Rearson trying to sneak about. They're trying to force Insane DownPT away from the calf point, allowing him to reclaim it with other forces. A bit risky, but could work out there. Folks are there sneaking about as well, trying to flank behind here, and the section remains stuck. Capitano following up here for AceofT Titanium on the MD-34's tail. Fuel point now being secured. Insane DownPT and the lights making a nice company up. We got a sniper out here for guard. And interesting enough, he's not going for sabbers. You know, we could just blow apart the barbed wire and they're going to send their grenades. Oh, he somehow managed to get out in the end. I'm not sure how, but somehow managed it, I guess. Through some, I guess, very furious clicking. And a lot of swearing. Mortar moving up, they're going to bombard, I imagine, Insane DownPT's positions here by the southern house. Pioneers retreating, grab the fuel point here, very good. Counter-attack here in the west. 2 out, 4 Insane DownPT to back up steam, heavy steam versus curve. Very good team play there, very good, nice to see. And that's going to be that Wasp, which was, by the way, I believe, a Canadian variant on the Universal Curve, which I believe was adopted by the rest of the Commonwealth Army. Fun fact. Sturm Puny moving up here, backed up by the MD-34. No Flammenwerfer facility doesn't actually to fire Sturm. Section there blasting away, 2 moving about. Oh, could catch the sniper here, though the sniper has revealed himself. In fact, there we go, he very much revealed himself there. Looks like Insane DownPT isn't quite realising it, otherwise, of course, he would be shooting, and there you go. He rather broke retreat this swiftly, and that's, unless he gets. Oh! AceofT Titanium wasn't paying attention, I could have gotten with the Sturm. Oh, the MD-34 gets it. Close one there, though. It would have been a real shame there for the Germans if the sniper had survived. Rifle pushing up here for the east, leaving Insane DownPT's lines a bit grappling here with the sheer weight of El Capitano's push. We got Panzers following up here, very good choice. I'm certainly seeing a slight increase in down up players going for Panzer these again, though it seems to sort of, you know, something like goes back and forth a bit like the tides. Maybe it's got something to do with the moon, I don't know, but sometimes there'll be more of them, sometimes there'll be less. But you only find Panzer can be a pretty good investment, in particular that you know how to use them. Up here we got Grenadiers versus the Riflemen. Back here, Banker up. Going to be some medics out there for him. Could also be used to support AceofT Titanium, though we could perhaps extend the bunker a bit closer there. Looks almost down there for AceofT Titanium. And the Kampfgruppe. We got an AC out here from Guard and the 7th Armored Division to smash their Hun armoured cars apart and possibly any tanks. That might rather at least help deal with the tanks. Continue pressure in the east from El Capitano, noting we're closing on the 10-minute mark and neither player has yet to commit to a doctrine. Basil seems very interested in playing with my hands, usually by biting them at the moment. He's in a bit of a bitey phase there, if you will. Nice kitten, but he likes to be a bit bitey, I guess. At least he stopped biting for the most part in the wires. That's the start. AC there was the 2. Oh, looks need to go out there. He's going to need a Puma out, or more like Kedmeffers, I guess, maybe a Panzerstreck and the Sturm Pioneers. Folks are held up. There we got the Kedmeffer nearby to back things up, and we got a Artillery rain down from Guard there. On machine position near the looks of it. Yes, indeed, House slightly shudders under the weight of the 25-pounder gun shells. And there we go, we got the AC there pursuing the Volksgrenadiers. Kedmeffer ready, and lands a good hit on the AC Mark III. Guess the Volks is just barely. Bit of a nice loss there for AceofT Titanium. And Gott sei Dank, Fritz. Yeah. Well, there's nothing you could have done about it. Yeah. That's if you didn't like Fritz, anyways. Yeah. There we go. First doctrine chosen. It's Commander here for Guard. A fun doctrine. Of course, a bit tricky to use, though. I believe, amongst other things, Mortar covers a really good ability, particularly to attack densely defended positions, and you can just completely disrupt them with white phosphorus and regular mortar fire. Plus, Assault is a pretty good ability, and Smoke Raid is also pretty good for disrupting positions. Also less expensive and a bit faster to use in a sense. Panzergrenadiers are hiding about. We got bars up there for the Capitano, and there you go. Spotted here by the Panzers out in the open, mortar firing down though as well. Pencil though would look to be having the advantage here. Rifle not having too much of a fun time. Sturmgewehr shredding the Yankees, though the 50 caliber's backing up. Then we got the 2 joining in as well there. Fuel point here defended by an MD42. Might consider some mines to be something to make it a bit harder to rush. And Basil seems to have given up, as he must have realised I'm not quite capable of playing with him at the moment. He seems a bit dismayed about it. I kind of need my hands to move the mouse and such, so can't really have him use them as chew toys. Looks to opening up the section out in the open. Panzer's being pushed back by the rear echelons, the Rifleman Lieutenant. Bit too much aim for these mighty Panzergrenadiere. Smokescreen off here from the Allies. Good play there by Il Capitano. Though not quite fully landed as well as it could have. But still, I like the idea of using smoke preemptively. Usually I think the sign of a sharper play if you actually use the smoke preemptively rather than just reactively. Of course, using smoke in the first place is a good sign, but if you can actually use it actively to set up plans and such, that's really powerful. And again, usually a good sign that you're up to something there. Down south we got the Guard, they're slowly pushing ahead, they're finding a bit versus AceofT Titanium, who's most of effort here, and we got the AC strengths like Kednev again. Luke's about to get knocked out here though, bit of a loss there for the German army. For Deutschland, Sappers are being shredded by the MD34. Tech on the way there facing Titanium, that's going to destroy our punted quarters. Tree bravely absorbs a hit there from the rocket saving the AC. That tree will later be awarded the Victoria Cross. Out of wood, obviously. Commander there dealing with the MD34. Quick see a full wipe there, so silent standing guns make very short work of them. Sturmpanzer dealing with the sappers. Sturmpioneer repulsed. A Kednev MD34 moving back. Fulton's Panzergun is setting out here, noting no upgraded Fulton's is for AceofT. Well, there's one. Tag up there for insane DownPT as well. Very good. Fuel catch up for Il Capitano. And tag up for him as well. Plus, no tag up though for Guard as of yet. In fact, he's committed to a 6-pounder gun. Oh, sniper instead. Deciding he wants to replace the poor bastard. But his life snuffed out by the Germans so cruelly. So what happened to the previous sniper? Oh well, we might have sent him a bit too far behind German lines. Behind German lines? You think we're commandos or something? Well, you got those nice ghillie suits. Well, not to go infiltrating, you twats. Anyways, Lieutenant getting shot with the sniper gun, is firing away. Fulton's moving up to the far there in the house. Point here defended by a brave section. Was advancing over against the riflemen. Shots fired back and forth there. Bars and whatnot. 2-2 moving in. But the folks at that position a bit too close, possibly also as well. Might have to retreat. Bazooka firing the 2-2 need to fall that back. AC moving up here for Ace. Oh, not for Guard. Has yet to take up still. That's going to be El Capitano. The question is, does he go for rifle company at this stage? Go for the EC8s? Does he commit to infantry or to airborne? I mean, right now, the rifle seems more likely. I mean, he doesn't have, you know, late game big tank doctrine, so it's certainly starting to look a bit like rifle company. And AceofT Titanium Night Bio going for spec ops. It also committed to double orbital done, which most likely could mean double infantry assault rifles. There are some orbital commerce players who are having great success with that. It is not wildly common, but it can be very effective, in part because they're really good at murdering units on their retreat, and particularly pull off a good flank. The infantry assault rifles just really make the Allies cry. Sturmpioneer moving up. Capitano ready, obviously I'm good to go. There we go. Infantry Sturmgewehr is going to go for double of those. The Allies need to end. There you go. Grenade hit the middle spawn. Panzers there spot it. Dodge it though, not quite smoothly. Still, at this range, this should have a chance to get a bunk grenade off. Insane DownPT seems a bit upset about something. Guessing. I'm not entirely sure what happened. Back here, take almost down there for Insane DownPT. We got a mortar placement being built up here by Guard. Sturmpioneer moving up. Dealing with the section here. Mortar firing down. And down here we got folks moving up here, going for the section inside the house. AC fighting, covering fire, there you go, burning out those bastard Brits. Rifling about here, we got the skirmishing on the right flank, we got the Lieutenant Rifle backing up, we got the infantry 2 grenadiers pinning them down, we got the Panzer on the way there for insane DownPT, which is just El Capitano, an insane DownPT who lack a doctrine. Notice we've got the Folkers are fighting over the fuel point there, with an AC, which is obviously not quite in their favour. Overson squad here, pushing ahead here with the assault rifle, probably should pull back, not the best spot to go for since they're going to get focused down here by the American riflemen. But Kenner for wiped out, they'd have lost there. Still managed to push them off the western fuel point, good work there by AceofT. Frontline so far, still looking advantageous for the Germans, particularly got a massive victory point lead here over the Allies at the moment. Panzer IV almost done. AceofT a bit further off, they can soon go for the Panzer IV. Fuel cache I think would be a great idea there for... Oh, he goes to the Jagdpanzer instead. An interesting choice there. Interesting choice. Then again, he might figure with double Obersoldaten with assault rifles, he can probably get away with going for the Jagdpanzer. That way he can deal with the infantry quite efficiently, and the Jagdpanzer then deals with the armour. Panzer IV, they're setting out here though for insane DownPT and the Kampfgruppe. We should probably consider not attacking head on here, but instead trying to pull off a flank for him, that way attacking the position from a slightly broader angle. At least he's pulling up some sort of flank here, sniper hiding out. Oh, need to be careful doesn't get spotted, and there you go, spotted. Could be another wipe here for Guard Sniper. And dead again, this time without even getting a single kill. Guard definitely needs to be a bit more careful with the sniper unit position, is a bit off, and we got airborne, so airborne and commanders, both sort of involving airborne infantry, though El Capitano is yet to call them in. But you can just insane DownPT without doctrine. At this stage, elite troops, lightning was supposed to be ideas, so of course he could go for Jaeger armor and an elephant tank destroyer. Machine gun gewehr there holding up. And there you go, grenade off, in this case artillery on the MD42 inside the house. Panzer Grenadier standing about, back here, troops sitting reinforcing, Yak Panzer sitting out there with its high velocity 75mm gun, same as on the Panther. But in fact, the actual designation would be Panzer IV-70, which I imagine was an attempt there to, make the Allies think they actually managed to outgun the regular Panzer IV with the same gun as the Panther, except the Panzer IV could not handle that size gun. Little fun fact there. They did have the same sloped armor to an extent. Also in the dealing with the section, we got the South coming up as well here. Focus at Lads, we got Martin being spotted and about to be swept here by Guard Sappers. Second Oberson squad still a bit off there from the Infant Sturmgewehrs. And ME42 number 2 done for insane DownPT. Overall still maintaining control here victory point wise. The Allies probably need to sort of shake things up, and there you go, Capitano launching a small scale assault here, though he lacks the smoke or grenade. I think they had a good chance there. Sherman's on here as the Panzer IV. Insane DownPT by finally coming to a doctor. It is lightning war. Air support, Tiger tanks, possibly some relief infantry as well. We'll see where the empty goes for that. Okay, we have the Yak Panzer moving up. The opposite full being pushed back. Probably need to spread out these troops a bit. They're easy targets for all the Allied firepower. Light machine guns in the other one, not the infantry guns. And there you go, unit wiped. Ooh, could lose the Orbison on that. Be a huge loss here for AceofT. Lost the full squad, and that. Oh, close one, but looks like they get away. Far up north, the assault has pulled off here. Oh, looks like he actually pulled the machine gun out. Never mind, I guess. Did he get a wipe there? Hard to say. Our fuel point is now claimed here for America, freedom, democracy. 6th Armored Division pulls ahead. Yak Panzer being fixed up, Kenner standing about. And we got bolted section away there for Guard. Looks like Battle Group Headquarters, and that means AceofT is going to try and stall for King Tiger, in which case insane DownPT would be really clever to build a fuel cache or two to that way assist AceofT play for the King Tiger so it happens faster, plus that way he can himself push more tanks as well. Ooh, bounce while the Shanahan did no issue with bounce penetrating the Panther's armor, a bit of bad luck there. Pack 4 support coming these before coming up here, though need to be a bit careful there. the west, AceofT is holding up at the fuel point. He's not advancing much further. The British are pretty much dug in on the western, on the northern part of the road here, close to their mortar emplacement, covering the fuel or victory point at least. The Germans are basically still bleeding them out though. 150 points left versus 497. Got the Panzer IV here for insane DownPT. Be careful that Panzer IV, insane DownPT 4646. To clear out that mortar though with possibly a RAF grenade or something. Missed opportunity I think there. Anti-tank gun will be a really good wipe. You got a smoke screen off here. And gets the anti-tank gun. Good work there by DownPT's Grenadier. Need to be careful about the Brits though. Basically not doing anything against them means they can just build up and sort of push whenever they want to. Of course, tank into them is not going to be easy due to the mortar emplacement, but just letting them do whatever they want is not exactly ideal either. Destroying the anti-tank gun over the Pack 40. Good work. We can see that the British are extending here for some sort of assault now. Also, they're dealing with the section, pushing them back there with their light machine gun gewehr. Oh, mine went off. Jagdpanzer moving elsewhere. Troops moving ahead. The Falklands also dealing with the commandos. Quickly wipe there. Bomb grenade off. Oof, that was a close one. That could have been pretty bloody there for AceofT, and it might still be here with the Crom ring, but no. Good to set DownPT's Panzer IV, the pace the price in there. Go managed to stall it up there. Slowing it down, and then we got rifling up with anti-tank rifle grenades. They're going to leave the Panzer IV start. We even got bazooka fire there, and insane DownPT Oakland his Panzer IV. Not got their Jagdpanzer brothers backing up, but sadly too slow there to really save the Panzer IV. DownPT should have backed up his Panzer IV with some proper infantry, but sadly it wasn't there. So that was not good. We got radio silence here from AceofT now. The timing for it seems a bit awkward. Not entirely sure what he's planning with that. Looks like they're going to try and take out the Cromwell, but it's not going to work out well. And we got air support called in to assist. Luftwaffe strikes, but braced up mortar emplacement, can't take it out though with just the Jagdpanzer. Cromwell taking a few hits here from the Sturkas, the Sturzkampfbomber. At this stage of the war, they're primarily used for other roles, including tank destruction roles like this here, that are equipped with 37mm cannons for it. German moving up here, and these need to be careful. 4646. Second Panzer IV there for DownPT. Bit unfortunate there. Almost got the Sherman there, but that was looking a bit... Well, they actually still mostly in control of the map here against the Allies, who are down to 108 versus 497. The Allies really need to pull off something here to turn this around. Tiger, sort of ready. I mean, he's got the command points, he just needs to resource, though he's not far off from being able to pull my Tiger. Fuel cache, though, would still be a great idea to support him and his teammate. There's more fuel. British taking advantage of the German folks around here. The mortar and plate to pull ahead. They're killing off a wiped out somewhere by the sound of things. Or something else. Trying to take out the fuel cache here, not a bad idea, but I would probably recommend the mortar emplacement. Got the orbital backed up by machine guns. The Falklands going for the sections here, trying to cut them down. We got commanders here on watch. Looks like they're killing off, they could get wiped out, which would be a bit of a loss. Nope, gets away. Jagdpanzer trying to cover up. Gets killing off anyways. Bit of bad luck there. And AceofT actually needs to suffer heavy infantry losses. Need to be careful there. Need to replace some of those infantry losses for sure. But Orbison could be an idea again if he's planning out for the King Tiger or the Command Panther. That's going to be a bit of a delay there because those are quite manpower intensive. Quite manpower intensive. Going to do this hanging back. Troops are healing and enforcing. Also on there dealing with the sappers, with the Cromwells. Panzerguns there need to be careful. Got him down to 81 though. Sniper getting 82. Good work there by insane DownPT. But they still need to be careful here. In particular, after the losses AceofT lost, and we're not really inflicting some of the losses on the Allies, they could still possibly, gain the fight back, then possibly just crush the Germans, or at least sort of throttle them slowly. Air support called in again, I would say awfully swiftly there. Decent hit there. Almost line hits on the Shermans. And we got P-47 called in response here. El Capitano responds immediately and in kind. And going to DownPT can call in the Tiger tank. AceofT is not too far from the King Tiger. So we'll have to see what the Allies respond to this. Not entirely sure what the P-47s are firing at there, but... In the meanwhile, here we can see that Guard is setting up for some sort of armoured flank here, though a bit limited on infantry support. Still not a bad idea. DownPT's pioneers need to be careful with this. They are extending a bit awfully ahead of themselves. And AceofT just needs to rebuild. He's going for Panther 4s now, meaning whatever plan he might have seems to be Scotland for now. He still needs infantry there. So badly. Tiger tank moving ahead, Panther 4 moving in on the side there. Pushing through the centre of the raft and again obliterated. It's hit by the Tiger tank, probably not obliterated, there might be a bit of an exaggeration. The Tiger tank is advancing it. Hits the mortar, but not with Jackson, which is probably the priority for the Tiger tank to deal with. Infantry pull through here behind the smoke screen by the looks of it. Very good work there. Cromwell's just hanging back, not doing anything. Mines being set off there. Sherman, we got the Jackson ready to respond to any German counterattack here to deal with the Sherman, since it's anticipating whatever it is going to be likely a tank. Yak Panzer then using here. Sturm Panics advancing. Panther 4 though moving up as well. Cromwell's just doing nothing on the far southern flank. Guess he's waiting for something. 50 points left for the Allies. Guards probably should mobilise those Cromwells and do something there before they bleed out of victory points. Of course, not something reckless either, but definitely I think needs to be some sort of move here. There you go. Cromwell setting up. Looks like going to try some sort of flank though. Going a bit blindly, casting these Speer panzered quarters and drawing the attention of the Yak Panzer and the Panther 4. There we go, calling in air supremacy operation to basically just deal with that. So we can see the Capitano trying to support, I think, with air reconnaissance. In this case, not necessary. Cromwell's falling back, and got the strategic or tactical bombers inbound. And we'll take it out. Yes, indeed, Speer Panzer quarters down. They lost the face of titanium. Nearby terrain also rather savaged. Panther 4 Tiger tank pursuing in the Sherman, but instead running into some serious threats in the form of Jackson as well. Tiger tank continues to move, taking the bazooka. They need to be careful. DownPT 4646. Pioneers being about, machine guns there being smoked out as Capitano advances. Very good work there. Nice use of a smoke screen. Tiger tank trying its best here. With its 8 hitting the gun, but the Germans are suddenly losing ground and a few lives as well here, though El Capitano has paid a bit of a price for his advance. Guard is in a much stronger position so far. That's mostly because he hasn't been exerting much pressure against the Germans at the moment. That's obviously something that he could probably stand to improve just a tad upon. Tiger tank moving about here a bit aggressively, but also a bit aimlessly. Yak Panzer being faced up. Tiger tank lands a decent hit, then 9 kills. Can we have a spotted by the Panzer 4. We'll probably lose this set, but can have less something. Oh, he's going to try and recruit right under the nose here of AceofT. Bold move. Air support calling in the centre. Got the Tiger tank going in. Pretty, I think, reckless there by DownPT. I mean, you could risk the entire tank being cut off, having no way to support it because he's basically just charging it blindly. He might get the Sherman out. Yep, main gun out. That's going to be a kill. But on the other hand, the target tank could go down. He's going to have to blitz here. Blitz, DownPT. Oh, got a crumble. Blitzkrieg. Ah, Scheiße. Crumble down. Panther 4 almost down. Tiger definitely down. And just the outpoint of the Sherman there for Capitano. Guard2 has no tanks left. Quite a loss there. The destruction of 2 crumble tanks will give the Germans a bit of potential push, but of course DownPT losing his Tiger tank is not small stuff either. Jackson lands a nice hit on the Panzer 4. Need to be careful with it. Oh, another hit there, or at least attempted hit. And there he goes, going to go for it, shoot, and bounces off the Jackson arm. That's pretty bad luck there for DownPT. That is pretty bad luck, and he just hits the Blitzkrieg button and gets the devil out. There we go. Stuka there, knocking out the Jackson. Good bit of work there for DownPT. Machine Gewehr there, there's his Panzer going to deal it. Backed up by some Fulton, he's got the Sherman in here. Mostly a bit turning into a meat grinder around the centre victory point. There's some manoeuvre on the sides, but a lot of the attention is basically drawn towards the centre victory point and the points close to it. Far up north here, we got the Gunneers being assaulted once more. 2 rifle squad, well, lieutenant and a rifle squad moving in. But for most intents and purposes, the lieutenant is a rifle squad. Jackson on the way there for El Capitano again. Well, it's AceofT team go for the King Tiger. Nobody go for the Command Panther. As for insane DownPT, I'm assuming he's going to try and save up for another Tiger tank. Worth noting, he's actually gone for munitions cache here. Probably to help feed Stuka close air support with munitions. Though considering most of that munitions were going to be Luftwaffe, it's more likely it's just stolen alcohol from across France. This doesn't look like a munitions stockpile, Friedrich. Shh. It's fine, but it's for Goering so we can get more air support. Ah. Alright, then I'll just label this munitions. Sniper on the way for insane DownPT. I think a sniper at this stage is a bit of an awkward choice. I'm not entirely sure that's going to be the best move. I think more Panther gun is honestly a better choice and not upgrading the current Panther gun squad he has than with Panther Shreks. I mean, really, eventually fleet Panther gun squad is really too good to just waste on Panther Shreks like that. He better off just going for more Panther guns and then upgrading those with it instead. Well, that's just me. And the rest of you got the Panther forming with some Orbital and they're moving in. He catches the Kedden Alpha, wiping it easily. Very good work. Should probably grenade that one. There we go. Oh dear, force retreat, need to fall back here. Rückzug! Otto! Rückzug! These there, Panther 4 and Germans, they're dueling out with the Sherman. Trying to the Jackson there. Jackson on the half health, Panther 4 getting actually 2. Good work there for insane DownPT. He's almost got the manpower for the target tank, but still short the required fuel. Victory points whilst the others are down to 31. Very close here for them. Very close. Jack Panzer version T2. Not really advanced much further than that. Insane DownPT at the current rate is probably going to hit a target tank in about, roughly 2 minutes. 2.5, I think. Unless it's time I get more fuel suddenly. Rather than against the Gunneers, El Capitano is putting a bit of resources there. Could consider more fuel caches to support him and his teammate. Not a bad idea. Munitions caches could also work out. I do think something there could happen. He could also consider calling in some paratroopers. I mean, he has gone for airborne, but so far it's only used it, I think, for a single-entered tank gun maybe, and then the P-47 rocket strips. There's been no paratroopers. I would say are pretty good infantry, to be honest. So now they're picking off the riflemen. 3 on 87 left for the Germans. And of course, it could still require one mistake and one good push from the Germans for the Germans to just win 3 victory points. They actually now got smaller forces in the Allies, the others now being able to use the firepower more aggressively. And there we go, we got a Comet tank out here for Guard. Using smoke screens as well, very good. In fact, the Allies have been, I think, reasonably good at using smoke compared to the Germans. Have not been particular big smoke users. In this case, we finally got a smoking off there. Looks like AceofT has been inspired by all the Allied smoke usage. Unit that wiped out, AceofT should probably also be inspired by the infantry they have. I mean, he's barely got anyone compared to anything else. And there you go, but Capitano and Comet taking out the Panzer IV. Quite a loss there for AceofT and the Kampfgruppe Müller. Panzer IV still being fixed up. More mortar fire there. Fuel point here, just seeing absolutely nothing happening to it. Insane DownPT though is very close to the target tank. That's race of titanium. I have no idea what he's planning though. Again, if he's aimed for a King Tiger, I mean it would be a good idea for Insane DownPT to give him a fuel cache to work with. Plus, I mean it would help him as well to get up more armor to support his Tiger tanks. I mean, lots of pluses there, but second Tiger tank there, not able to call in for Insane DownPT for Deutschland. More smoke screens out here from the Allies. Excellent work, excellent work. And Tiger round there, number 2 for Insane DownPT. And this was Reasons moving up here on the other side. Need to be careful over the Panzer IV. Help DownPT. Sturmpionier falling back. From the Northern Field, and this was Lieutenant. Also that moving in. And he's reinforcing. Machine gun all the way to face of titanium, but he really needs more infantry. And he's getting his eyes rolling here enough for the King Tiger or the Command Panther. More smoke, just absolutely consistent work there. Could actually be, yes, it's a creeping smoke barrage off there from Guard, forming a wall of smoke there, basically obscuring most of the German defensive line there. Cheeky work there by Guard. Got eventually fall also down by the infantry, sort of straight into the Comet there, which just hammers away half the squad. They just need to retreat. Might want to consider blend cover to retreat a bit, but I guess that was just not fast enough. And we got here another air supremacy operations on the Schwerpunkt reporters again. The RAF shows no mercy or restraint when it comes to bombing things. Which you can see at Monte Cassino could have seen. Ha ha ha. Guard here clearly a apprentice of Bomber Harris when it comes to bombing things. And we got artillery fire raining down here, I believe. Yeah, 25-pound guns, so just in short, he dies. Yak plans to bounce off. The Sturmpanzer need to retreat. AceofT is still super short in infantry. Will he go? Yes, he goes for the Command Panther. DownPT time moving up here. Though once, oh, he does bring up some infantry support there. Pioneers going to use Panzer Jägers and a Pack 40. Big push here, the infantry can't resist that. Lacks some unupgraded Panzer going to do this. We also got a bomb grenade off, he ranks in the midst. We got more infantry arriving here. Tiger tank opening up. Panzer IV though is slowly moving to support. We got the coming up, the troops suppressed. Some heavy fun here. Yak Panzer slowly approaching, missing 3 here for the German army. Command Panther is just only now around to the front line. More smoke off here from the Allies, which White Frost was actually. Oh, and a smoke screen on top of that. Good work there and by Guard. In this case, uses both actively and reactively either way, ensures its troops and armor can escape easily. Good work there. Another bit of air support, this time from P-47 to stop the Tiger's pursuit of his armor. Forcing DownPT there to well back down. Fuel point is open, so one is still defended very, very lightly. Partly need for the Germans to grab, so needs to deny the Allies the fuel, but I guess that's not quite in the scope there. Lions gun making another smoke screen here. Good work there by AceofT. Though his orbitals are getting absolutely plastered and are almost wiped out. Need to treat them probably about now. I do not think it'd be worth losing a almost 5 orbitals down the squad. And there we go. Retreat, retreat! Scheiße! Blend cover there. So much smoke though around the center victory point. Yak Panzer's super close to veteran fleet troops moving into the MD-34. Oh, there's still so much smoke. Sturmpanzers swooping like Capitano with the Lancer hitting the Yak Panzer there. Need to be careful with that one. East of Titanium, need to be foresighted. Grenade off though. Good grenade work there by Guard2707, MD-34 backing up. Command Panther back there. You got the Comet moving up with Guard once more. Officer on the way. And another light infantry gun here for AceofT Titanium. Still not enough infantry though. He really needs more infantry. Considering DownPT he still has 3 grenadiers and the Panzerjägers, but beyond that, he comparatively would say AceofT Titanium is just super short. And he really should be going for at least just some more infantry. A few Force Gun Squads could do him a great deal of bit of good and pressuring than that. Big 2 points wise, his turn limit is 96 versus 331 there for the Allies. Another Comet here for Guard. Another Comet, fixing up the Tiger tank. Okay, no spotted by the Orbison being cleared out here slowly but surely. And repulsed. Got them by there to Veteran 5. True Heroes of Germany, Knight's Cross as well, Iron Cross is second class for everyone. Blend curve off, grenade dots, and nicely we got the Sherman up here. And the Rifle is just being shredded here. Partly use the blend curve actively bleeding out, making it easy for the Orbison to wipe them. Since it's basically in terms of mechanics works like the White Phosphorus. There you go. Comet firing off a White Phosphorus grenade there by the looks of it. A shell. Orbison need to retreat, we got flanking in from infantry, Panzer pushed back. And we got air support called in here. Stuka Kanonenvogel shouting everything nearby, at least attempting to. More smoke off this time, I believe, from AceofT Titanium. DownPT just isn't going for any artillery. Unless it doesn't match with any source of smoke. Target tank engaging double Jackson is being engaged by, but can't quite do. Command Panther rushing for the Comet, up close and ugly. Pretty bolted there by AceofT Titanium, could have been a misclick, I guess. And there you go, Kanonenvogel getting off a few hits there, but nothing critical there to the Comet whatsoever. Panzer 4, Panther moving ahead here. No further support left from the other arm. We got Jackson engaging Panzer 4. Got the machine gun there though. Veterans won the Command Panther. Jackson shooting, missing, but Superfather gets off a few hits. Lots of fire in the Command Panther. Yak Panther moving ahead there by Veteran 3. Not bad at all. Not bad at all, though a bit slow there to arrive to the party. Could have been great versus the Jacksons there to caught them. Or the Comets for that matter. In the west, to push for the fuel point there, southwest is finally happening, but in this case the machine gun still hasn't been dealt with, so he is forced to retreat. Always a nice idea. I mean, west side is really open, so I think a good push there from around the German player could go through, though, of course. AceofT Titanium, I think, just doesn't have the force to it. Again, he's super strong infantry, he's mostly support weapons now and a bit of armour. And DownPT's, I think, two stuck up between the north and the centre, so he's not going to make much progress either, so AceofT Titanium really needs more infantry. He needs more troops. You can't just, survive off support weapons like this. Fierce in the Sherman there, but the Panzer when he's being obliterated there by the Sherman, which is at 4 kills. We got the Comets moving around. He could be some sort of outward flank here by Guard. Double Comets, and there you go. All of a sudden, a bit of trouble there, so they fire their 76mm guns. Oh, it's, yeah, 77mm guns, actually. That's the technical name. Actually, it was basically the 17-pounder gun, but with a shorter barrel, but also quite different munitions to avoid complications with 17-pounder gun munitions. They basically just called it the 77mm gun. Little fun fact there. Target tank moving ahead here, 13 kills. And there you go, Comets flanking in there. Nice push there by Guard. Could possibly do with a bit more into the port, but still move there. Catching the Germans off guard, who so far not really tried to flank their opponents much by this stage of the fight. Veteran 2 gained on one of the Comets. Command Panther lands hit, got the Panther 4 moving up, line for them being repulsed. Yak Panther's not turning around to deal with this. Can't he see it? Like, is he just overlooking it? That's not really good. Panther 4, they're trying for a flank. by ace level. It would be a shame here for him to lose, and it looks like he's going to lose it the way that DownPT is trying about there. Really a bit shame, to be honest. Oh, he lost the Ace Panzer for one, I would say, rather silly manner without getting a single one of the comments by Kennedy. There you go, Yak Panzer down as well. And absolutely disastrous again for the Germans. They got one Comet, but losing an Ace Panzer 4 and a Veteran 3 Yak Panzer 4 is not worth it to just get a Veteran 2 Comet, which in this case Guard is going to replace anyways, compared to the Germans are going to struggle replacing their armoured losses just as easily. Looks like DownPT might be planning something else in terms of tier 4, but going for a Paratrooper for kill Capitano, which is good. As long as the target doesn't murder them. German being pushed back. Grenade off, machine gun moving up, Pack 40 hanging back. Fixing up the Tiger tank. Flares off there from AceofT Titanium. Whoa, I have no idea what DownPT was doing. That could have been a misclick all the way. That looked very silly. And quick wherever cost make an escort, which is not really something you should be doing. Heavy Panzer Corps finally going up. I imagine it's going to be a Panther here. They could go for the Sturm Panzer to help deal with the infantry, but I kind of suspect he'll go for the Panther to help deal with the Jacksons. But honestly, in this regard, double Stooks are just going to do the job better because they can just lay down much more firepower faster than a single Panther. So at least that would be sort of like, you know, thought there, just double Stoog up, outmaneuver the Jacksons somehow, then destroy them. Which you can defend. At least you can see AceofT team is finally getting trying to extend the frontage a bit more, try to push in from other areas, but it just feels like it's so late in the fight here. I mean, we're almost finished 50 minutes of the game now. He's really only beginning to push here again. Not really, I would say, wildly amazingly well played there. Obviously, I need to be careful though. It would be a shame here for AceofT team to lose him because again, he's still super short in infantry. Plus, his Schwer Panzer Corps keep getting destroyed by bombing strikes, so he can't replace them easily. DownPT though can barely go for the Panther now. But he isn't. Where's support here? The Luftwaffe once more goes for it. And there we go, could lose the Obersoldaten. And there we go, one, a not very good loss there for AceofT Titanium. He goes for the Stukas of Fuss now. Like, I think like the tank destroyers and the tanks in that sense are a bit of a bigger issue, to be honest. Like, it's not like they got a lot of stuff that's really dug in and requires the Stukas of Fuss to deal with. It's more like either the tank destroyers that comes in the issue in this regard. The Stukas of Fuss does not help versus either of those. More smoke off from the Allies. Once more, this is going to make it harder here for DownPT to defend the centre victory point of play. So much artillery though, so much death, and importantly, so much smoke. Down the Stukas is firing. DownPT, by the way, still not going for anything there from his. Well, there you go. Got the ambulance. They've got some info there. Hold up, not too shabby, I guess. 4 kills. And we got the counter flanking airstrike for the Panther, which is itself approaching Medicine 3. AceofT team, by the way, could at least up getting one of the Sturm Pioneer Scorch with Panzer. DownPT, by the way, is still not going for any additional army. He's built a heavy Panzer Corps, but you wouldn't think he has because he's running so many resources. And there you go, double jacks going for the Tiger tank, falling back here under cover of smoke. And we got another bombing strike here from Guard. This time to make. Holy smokes, he caught so much they've been seen down to his infantry. Guard the Stukas of Fuss. Good God. It was one hell of a air supremacy operation. Sherman on the way there for El Capitano. Panther on the way there for Insane DownPT finally.
Jerry's got 200 points remaining.
Troops hitting reinforcing. AceofT is just down to 2 Sturmpanier sports, nothing else. That machine gun needs to get out of there. Fixing up the Tiger. Commander's charging through here. 23 kills, veteran 3. Snipers opening up there. Panzerjäger's is opening up, and there you go. Commander's falling back under cover there. A little smoke grenade there. Tiger's still slowly fixed. We got the command moving up here. In fact, second command also moving in there. For guard, straight into the command Panther. Lead command gets marked up there by AceofT's command Panther. Doesn't seem like he can quite take advantage of it. Don't know what he's going to go for next. I mean, the problem is we lost the Shroud. Punted quarter in effect went for the command Panther. Like, he can't even go for a King Tiger, so he doesn't really have a lot of options, I guess. I mean, he could go for Pumas, I guess, but Pumas versus Jacksons and this many comets just seems like an utter waste of resources. So AceofT could essentially be forced to go for the 3rd Shroud Punted quarters here. A 3rd one. Probably should just build it inside of space, particularly after the first one got bombed into the ground. But at least that way they can't be bombed. At least not very easily. Sherm setting up for flank here with Il Capitano. Good work. Good work. That could be very painful for the Germans, in particular coordinated with a push from another flank led by Guard. Smoke's been off again. Note again once more, making much easier here for Il Capitano, that matter, Guard to grab the centre victory point. Bring it off. And there we go. Sherman flanking in behind it, causing havoc. We got a P-47 calling us. Well, there we go. There we go. And note the German armor's clustered up. The puzzle of the units. P-47, this is going to be... Ah, good God. Panthers almost taken out. Already got the Jackson charging in here. An absolutely devastating armored assault here by Il Capitano. Smoke, of course, also wasn't just here to help cover up the point. It's also basically act as a diversion, drawing attention away as the tanks flanked in, and then allowing those to close in there. Comet's following up here. An absolutely astounding armored push here. Panther down, Tiger's stuck in the middle of everything, other Panther pulling away here, just the centers being shattered by hammer blow after hammer blow from Il Capitano and Guard. Absolute top-notch armored push. Might get one of the Jacksons here, but good God, the Germans have been smashed apart. Like, there's just one Panther left, and that's it. And AceofT is now actually... What did he went for another Stukas of Fuss? Oh God, then it means he's got no way back to dealing with this. The Panthers desperately just trying to hide from the Allies. Seems he might have gotten away with it. Good God. That was one hell of a push there, one hell of an attack. Good work there by Guard and Il Capitano. Good work. Thumbs up here from me. That was an absolutely excellent push there. Something for the books. Trying to grab the Western victory point there. Promised and I lost control of all of them. Got the Allies down to 30, I guess, but they're down to 115. 13, in fact. Another comment out here, though, for Guard. And there you go, Command's going for the wipe here alongside the section. Good move there by Guard. They're looking pretty sour here for the Germans. Neither play really has much of a chance of bringing up anything. I mean, DownPT's pants getting fixed, but... yeah, I'm not entirely sure here what's going to happen next. Sherman's there ready by the way for Il Capitano. Jackson calls as well. Comet on the move. Oh, and also good to go there for Guard and the 7th Armoured. More smoke screens. Just so many smoke screens there, really. Just absolutely astounding work with the smoke. Stukas was trying to escape here. The wrath of the Comet. No dice. 100 points left for the Germans. And quickly retreating into the smoke screen. Clever play there by Guard. Sturmpaniers repulsive of the section. Panthers heading out there for insane DownPT. Veterans won their gain, pushing back the Sherman. Of course, still got the double Jacksons, and the Panther immediately suffers critical damage and is forced to fall back here. Basically can't push out anymore. Comet flanking in here. 11 kills. And we got another air supremacy operation straight into the midst of the German centre. Panther down. Troops are trying to escape, almost getting wiped here, quickly taken out by the bombing star. Oh dear, he's not moving, he's not moving! Oh, Scheiße! Machine guns and kidnaps could be caught in it. One down. Oh dear, so many casualties there for DownPT. Comet charging into the base here. And there we go, GG. Game over. A loss for the German army here, pushed back by the Allies. An absolute series of hammer blows to the Germans, and they did really, really well. But it seems like they got overconfident. Lazy just kept piling on head on rather than trying to use their strengths out maneuver. The Allies crushed them that way. Instead, they kept just tacking down these, so to say, very small and narrow paths, rather than trying to, fight from an extended frontage when they had larger forces, which allowed the Allies to that way focus the firepower more easily. Plus, the Allies make, again, really great use of smoke. That will allow them to basically overcome the Germans. Really well played there by Capitano and Guard2707. So, hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, share it with your friends, your family. Possibly not your enemies, though. And if you like what I do, you can donate or pledge on Patreon. Links are in the video description. And this is Imperial Linking. Cheers. Thank you for watching. You all a wonderful audience. And hope to see you all tomorrow again for a nice running episode. Bye.